Hey everyone, my name is Nora, and I'm one of the mental health specialists here at the Metro Y, and I want to welcome you back to our at home SEL activity series. In the last video, we talked about the things in life that we can control while also exploring things in life that we can't control. So, in that video, we talked a lot about it and we made an awesome craft together. So, if you missed that video, feel free to check it out. Today, we're going to make our very own emotion wheels. And we'll start to talk about how we can associate certain colors with different feeling words, kind of like the movie Inside Out. So join me today as we discuss this important topic together. And of course, we'll make an awesome project all in the comfort of your own home. So let's get into it. So, what is an emotion wheel? It's a visual tool that categorizes emotions. It's also a fun way to show how you feel using colors. Each colored section of the wheel represents a different emotion. For instance, the blue, or I should say the color blue, represents emotions such as sad, upset, or lonely, which kind of reminds me of the character Sadness from the movie Inside Out. So, using an emotion wheel can allow people to identify and understand a wide range of emotions. You can use an emotion wheel to check in with yourself and see how your emotions change throughout the course of the day. So, as you can see on the bottom of the screen, that's just an example of what an emotion wheel can look like. So, what is the benefit to using an emotion wheel? It helps you build your feeling word vocabulary. It helps build emotional awareness by understanding your own feelings and the feelings of others. When you understand your emotions, it's easier to manage tough or uncomfortable feelings. And when that happens, you can turn to a coping strategy that works for you. Remember in the cool down cones video where we talked about coping strategies? Well, just as a reminder, in case you forgot, a coping strategy is an activity or something you do for yourself to help you feel calm or more relaxed again. So, if I'm feeling really sad or lonely, I might turn to the coping strategy that I always use, which is listening to music and journaling my thoughts. So, this is something that works for me really well, and maybe there's a coping skill that works for you really well. So, inside our emotions, let's explore some feeling words together. And as you're looking on the screen, do these characters look familiar now? I know I've mentioned Inside Out in the beginning, but maybe seeing their faces will help remind you. So, as you can see, we have joy, sadness, anger, fear, and disgust, all from the original movie. And before we start the project, I thought it would be important to kind of discuss some of the different colors and the feeling words associated with those colors. So, let's get into it. So our first color is green, and we can associate the color green with the character joy. And some of those feeling words that you would see in green would be happy, calm, focused, confident, content, proud, relaxed, peaceful, ready to learn. So if you can remember Joy's character from Inside Out, she was full of life, so happy. She was in the green zone. So she is a very green color. Next, we have the color red, and we can associate the color red with the character anger. So here's some feeling words when you're feeling red. It could be angry, mad, furious, scared, annoyed, jealous, overstimulated, and sometimes just feeling out of control. So, as you can see on the screen, we can see anger being out of control. We can see the fire coming out of his head. So, these are some feeling words that we might associate with the color red. Next, we have yellow, and we can associate the color yellow with the character fear. So, some feeling words, if you're feeling yellow, might be nervous, anxious, frustrated, confused, worried, overwhelmed, excited, and loss of some control. You might not feel like you're 100% yourself. You're maybe feeling 50-50. and some control has been lost within you. And our last, but certainly not least, is the color blue. And we can associate the color blue with sadness. And so some feeling words that we can associate with blue would be sad, tired, bored, lonely, sick, disappointed, hurt, or slow moving. And I feel like the pictures of sadness on the screen really, really help explain being in the blue. So hopefully these were characters that were familiar to you if you've seen the movie Inside Out. And if you haven't seen the movie, maybe now you don't have to because you know more about these characters. So, what are we going to actually make today? I'm going to show you. So, here's an example of my emotions wheel. So, I broke my wheel into the four colors. I was really trying to stick with the Inside Out characters as my guide when making this. So, as you can see, we have red, yellow, green, and blue. And honestly, I think this should be an opportunity for you to be creative. If you don't want to pick those colors and you believe that there are different colors associated with different feeling words, go for it. As always, this project is for you and it should make sense and feel right to you. So when I was doing this, this made sense in my brain, and that's why I did it. So I think what's really cool about these videos is that I'm here to kind of guide you, but you can really do whatever you want with it and really make it your own. So before we start the actual project, you are going to need some pretty basic art supplies. So you'll need a plain piece of paper or construction paper, whatever you prefer and whatever you have available to you at home. You'll also need a pencil. You'll need a black marker or a black Sharpie. This is for outlining your circle and it'll help make it more bold. And then finally, you'll need some coloring materials, which can be colored pencils, markers, or crayons, whatever you prefer to use and whatever you have at home. So feel free to pause the video now to get the supplies you need and get yourself situated. While I take it, if you have all your materials ready, we can get started. So step one, using your pencil, draw a large circle in the center of your paper. You can use a circular object to help trace the circle. I know I used a mixing bowl for my kitchen and just kind of did a trace, which helps. But if you don't want to use something to trace, you don't have to. You can just simply freehand it. And then once you've done the circle with your pencil, I want you to also outline the circle with either your black marker or Sharpie, whatever you have at home. All right, so now let's move on to step two. So step two, you're going to divide your circle into four parts. And you can use a ruler to make sure that your lines are straight, or you can just freehand it. It really doesn't matter. I know when I was doing it, I just kind of imagined a pizza, but instead of 8 slices, it was 4 slices. So if that kind of helps you, go for it. But I do have a picture on the screen that might help you understand what the final product should look like. So what you're also going to do in this section is you're going to color the open sections with red, yellow, green, and blue. But I also said before that if you want to use different colors because you believe that different colors make more sense to you based off the feeling words that you want to use, go for it. So if we're ready, we can go on to step 3, but also feel free to pause the video at any point if you need to work on a step if I'm going too fast. So now we are on to step 3, and it's time to write our feeling words. So in the red space, you can consider writing feeling words such as mad, angry, jealous, annoyed. For the yellow section, you could write words like overwhelmed, worried, or scared. For the blue section, you can write words like sad, lonely, tired. And finally, for the green section, you can write happy, calm, content, relaxed. As you're writing the feeling words in the different sections, remember the inside out characters. They really helped me when I was working on this. And as I was working on my project, I kept thinking about all of them and some of the feeling words that they used throughout the movie. I would also suggest maybe asking a friend, a parent, or a brother or sister who might be home as you're watching this to see if they have any insight or ideas of different feeling words. Pretty much you should have maybe 5 to 7 different feeling words in each section. So take your time with this step. I know it took me some time too. And as I was working on it, I was listening to music and just kind of getting myself in a good headspace. So feel free to pause. Step 4, congratulations. You just made your very own feelings wheel, all within the comfort of your own home. So I hope you feel proud of yourself for the hard work you did today. Consider finding a safe place in your home to display your feelings wheel. Maybe it's something you hang in your room, or you hang it on the kitchen fridge, or you put it in your backpack in case you need it at school. Wherever you decide to have it, make sure you know where it is. And I would also consider showing someone in your family the hard work you did today. Maybe at your next family meal, or if you're driving to soccer practice, you could show someone in your family what you did and kind of explain the different colors and how different colors are associated with different feeling words. And you can kind of teach them something new. So thank you so much for watching our video today. I hope you had an enjoyable time and learned something new. And as always, stay tuned for more at-home SEL activities. And if you missed any of our videos, they're all on our YouTube channel, and there are plenty to look through right now. So thanks again.